Welcome back to Mystery Rift. I'm David Paulides. Tonight, we're venturing into the desolate corners of the American West, specifically the rugged Custer County region of Idaho. We are focusing on a case that, on the surface, appears to be just another missing persons report. But as we peel back the layers, you will start to see the chilling patterns, the geographic anomalies. This case aligns perfectly with the inexplicable phenomena we have documented in the Missing 411 research over decades. This incident just recently came across my desk, and it follows a well-worn, troubling path we know all too well. It involves a remote location, an unusual timeline, and a key subject whose movements defy conventional logic and common sense. We are talking tonight about the vanishing of Mike Lopez. Mike Lopez was a Montana man heading out on what should have been a straightforward road trip. He was driving from his home in Missoula, Montana, down to Southern California to visit his daughter, Lacey, and family for the Thanksgiving holiday. This was a deeply important trip, a truly joyous occasion, as the birth of his first grandbaby was imminent. He was, by all accounts, excited to become a grandfather. His journey included one planned stop along the way to visit a friend in Caldwell, Idaho, but he never made it to Caldwell, and he never made it to California. His last known contact was a simple text message to his daughter on a Wednesday, indicating he was just beginning his journey south. And then, silence. Now, here is where the geography and the timeline start to get strange. A recurring, uncanny theme in virtually every one of our documented missing 411 cases. Mike's friend simply assumed a simple mix-up. Perhaps he got the wrong weekend for the visit. But Lacey, his daughter, sensed something profoundly wrong and contacted the authorities immediately. Montana investigators were able to trace Mike's phone to its final, definitive point of activity. A solitary cell phone ping on Wednesday, November 10th. That final signal was captured in Challis, Idaho, near the junction of U.S. Highway 93 and 11th Street. This location is paramount to understanding the mystery. This is Custer County, Idaho. It is rugged, remote, and sparsely populated, surrounded by a truly unforgiving wilderness. U.S. Highway 93, often known as the Big Sky Highway, cuts through enormous tracts of national forest and federally protected land. This location provides the classic Missing 411 geographical profile. This is an area of immense, unrelenting terrain, close to vast, untracked wilderness, yet disturbingly close to an established major transport corridor. The Custer County Sheriff's Office began their search for the overdue man, quickly running into roadblocks. Let's focus now on the most crucial physical piece of evidence in this case, Mike's truck. He was driving a green 1999 Dodge Ram 2500 pickup truck. This vehicle was highly distinctive. It had a topper or shell on the back, and, most notably, a large number of unique stickers covering the passenger window. The license plate is also a critical identifier, a Montana plate, 771170B. This is not a compact sedan. This is not a vehicle that simply vanishes into thin air. A large, full-sized, aging pickup truck with unique markings in a small town or on a major highway. It should stand out. Yet, the initial searches yielded nothing at all. The case immediately hit several key points from our Missing 411 files. First, the proximity to a major waterway. Challis sits near the Salmon River, a classic point of contention and confusion in these cases. Secondly, the sudden, complete cessation of communication. Mike was actively communicating with his daughter. Then, an absolute void. No reported crash, no breakdown. No tow, just a final cell tower ping and then silence. And finally, the remote highway profile. This vanishing occurred right adjacent to a major but lonely U.S. highway. It's a perfect corridor where people can easily pull over and be instantly concealed by the terrain. Crucially, the family mentioned Mike had documented medical conditions. This is a factor disturbingly frequent in our cases, often offered up as the simple explanation disorientation. But in many 411 cases, the victim, despite their condition, vanishes in ways that actively defy the expected behavior of a disoriented person. They often travel uphill or vast, illogical distances. So, what kind of forces could be at work here in the Idaho wilderness? Let's consider the mystery rift, the unknown variable. The area where Mike Lopez went missing near US 93 is situated between the massive Frank Church Wilderness and the Craters of the Moon region. These areas are geological funnels. These geographic anomalies, these dead zones, seem to possess an unexplained, almost magnetic draw on certain people. The search teams, the professionals, they have no new leads. They are absolutely at a loss. Why would Mike, on a direct route to Southern California, stop precisely on 11th Street in Challis? Was it a sudden, unforeseen medical emergency that forced him to pull over? If he pulled over due to distress, why was the vehicle itself not immediately located and reported? The truck is the size of a small house. It should be easily visible. This brings us to the more unsettling hypotheses that have emerged from the countless cases we've compiled. In many 411 cases, it's not the person who is hard to find. It's the vehicle that seems to have been purposefully concealed. The truck appears to have been removed from the immediate organized search grid entirely. The fact that the entire setup, the man and his distinctive vehicle are missing, is highly indicative of external, perhaps organized, intervention. Could this be linked to the strange predatory forces we have often spoken about? Something or someone operating within the national forests that utilizes the sheer vastness of the land to commit a crime or an act of inexplicable predation. If we set aside the logical explanations, the car accident, the sudden, overwhelming illness, we are left staring into the darkness of the inexplicable. We look at the victimology, the geography, and the unsettlingly clean vanishing. Some researchers suggest that these specific vanishing points are linked to areas of high geological electromagnetism, or align with known Native American accounts of dangerous hidden entities, be they creatures, or portals, or something else entirely. Imagine Mike Lopez driving alone on that desolate Highway 93. Maybe he pulls off to rest near Challis. Near that final cell tower ping, he gets out of the truck, perhaps to stretch, or to tend to a medical issue. And in that moment, in the imposing shadows of the Idaho mountains, something happens, something immediate, something total. The only element that truly aligns with the missing 411 phenomenon is the instantaneous, clean removal of the subject, leaving minimal evidence. The unsettling truth, the mystery rift, is that Mike Lopez, a man driving a very visible truck, on his way to see his first grandchild, simply vanished from the face of the earth. As of the most recent check, the Custer County Sheriff's Office has stated they have no new information. The truck, the green 1000, 999 Dodge Ram 2500 with Montana plate 771170B, remains missing. This is a plea that extends far beyond the borders of Montana and Idaho. I ask everyone watching this video, regardless of where you are, share this information. Someone on your social media feed may be in that area right now and may have seen something without realizing its importance. If you have any information, no matter how small or insignificant it seems, regarding the whereabouts of Mike Lopez or his distinctive truck, please call the Custer County Sheriff's Office at 208-879-2232. or simply dial 911. We must keep the pressure on. We must keep asking the uncomfortable questions. The answers are out there, and it's up to us to find the key to the mystery rift. I'm David Paulides. Thank you for joining us on this investigation. Stay safe out there.